Most seniors collecting Social Security right now are leaving money on the table every single month. And the frustrating part is that SSA is never going to call you and tell you about it. There are legitimate legal strategies built directly into the Social Security system that can increase your monthly check, sometimes by hundreds of dollars, and the vast majority of beneficiaries have never been told they exist. Today, that changes. By the end of this video, you are going to know the insider strategies that financial advisors charge thousands of dollars to explain, and you are going to know exactly how to find out whether any of them apply to your situation right now. Let me be clear about something important before we dive in. These are not loopholes. These are not tricks. Everything I am going to share with you today is built directly into how Social Security works, rules and provisions that exist specifically to help beneficiaries maximize what they receive. The problem is not that these strategies are hidden. The problem is that SSA does not proactively tell you about them. You have to know to ask. You have to know what questions to raise. And for most seniors, nobody ever taught them what those questions were. That ends today. I want to tell you about a woman I will call Constance. Constance is 69 years old, a retired teacher's assistant from North Carolina, and she started collecting her Social Security retirement benefit at age 62. She needed the money at the time and did not feel she had a choice. What nobody told Constance, not SSA, not her bank, not anyone she asked, was that she had a deceased ex-husband whose Social Security record was significantly higher than her own. Constance had been married to him for 14 years before they divorced. Under Social Security rules, she was potentially eligible to collect a survivor-related benefit based on his record that would have been considerably larger than what she was receiving on her own record. When a benefits counselor finally explained this to her at age 68, Constance broke down in tears. She had been collecting a smaller amount for 6 years when she could have been receiving more. 6 years of a smaller check. 6 years of tighter budgets and skipped luxuries and stress she never needed to carry. The rules were always there. She just never knew to ask. That is exactly the kind of situation we are going to help you avoid today. So, let us talk about the first and one of the most powerful strategies, delayed claiming credits. If you have not yet claimed your Social Security retirement benefit and you are between 62 and 70 years old, every month you wait past your full retirement age increases your benefit permanently. For most people reaching full retirement age today, waiting past that point earns you an additional 8% per year in delayed retirement credits. In plain language, if your full retirement age benefit would be $2,500 a month, waiting until age 70 could increase that to over $1,860 a month. Every single month for the rest of your life, that difference of over $300 a month adds up to more than $3,600 a year. For someone who lives to 85, that is over $45,000 in additional lifetime income. If you are still working, still relatively healthy, and have not yet claimed, this strategy deserves serious consideration. Now, here is where it gets very interesting, because the second strategy applies to people who are already collecting, and many of them do not realize it is available. If you claimed your Social Security retirement benefit before your full retirement age, and you are not yet 70 years old, you may be able to withdraw your application, repay what you have received, and restart your benefit at a higher amount. This is called a benefit withdrawal, and it is only available within the first 12 months of claiming. But there is a related strategy called voluntary suspension that has no repayment requirement. If you have already reached your full retirement age and you are currently collecting, you can voluntarily suspend your benefit. During the suspension period, your benefit grows by those same delayed retirement credits, 8% per year, and when you restart it, you receive the higher amount permanently. This is a strategy that can make a real difference for someone who has access to other income for a period of time and wants to maximize their long-term benefit. The third strategy is one that surprises retirees more than almost any other, and it involves your earnings record. Many people assume that once they retire and stop working, their Social Security benefit amount is fixed forever based on whatever SSA calculated when they filed. That is not entirely true. If you continue to work after claiming, even part-time, and your current earnings are higher than one of the 35 years SSA uses to calculate your benefit, SSA automatically recalculates your benefit upward. This happens every year. You do not have to apply for it or request it. If your new earnings replace a lower earning year in your record, your monthly payment goes up. Many seniors doing part-time work have no idea their benefit has been quietly increasing year after year because of this automatic recalculation. But there is another part of this that many people completely overlook, And for widows, widowers, and divorced spouses, this could be the most important thing in this entire video. Survivor benefits and divorced spouse benefits are two of the most underutilized provisions in the entire Social Security system. If your spouse has passed away, you may be eligible to receive up to 100% of what they were receiving, or what they would have received, rather than your own smaller benefit. If you are divorced and your marriage lasted at least 10 years, you may be eligible to collect on your ex-spouse's record without it affecting their benefit or their current spouse's benefit at all. And here is the strategic part. You can sometimes claim one benefit first while allowing the other to grow, then switch later to maximize your lifetime income. If either of these situations applies to you, please call SSA at 1-800-772-1213 and ask specifically about your eligibility for survivor or divorced spouse benefits. Do not assume you already received the maximum you are entitled to. The fourth strategy involves a little-known provision called the Windfall Elimination Provision Appeal Process. If you worked in a job that did not pay into Social Security, certain government positions, some school systems, some municipal jobs, SSA may have reduced your Social Security benefit using a formula called the Windfall Elimination Provision. However, recent legislative changes and ongoing policy updates have modified how this provision is applied in certain cases. If your benefit was reduced because of WEP and your circumstances have changed, or if you believe the reduction was calculated incorrectly, you have the right to request a review. Some retirees have had their benefit amounts adjusted upward as a result of these reviews. It is worth a phone call to find out if this applies to you. The fifth strategy, and this one is for people currently receiving SSI, involves understanding the income and resource exclusions that SSA allows. Many SSI recipients do not know that certain types of income and assets are completely excluded from SSA's calculations. Things like certain scholarship funds, home energy assistance payments, the value of your home, one vehicle used for transportation, and various other items are excluded from the resource and income limits that determine your SSI amount. If you or someone helping you manage your SSI has been reporting items that are actually excluded, your benefit may have been reduced unnecessarily. A benefits counselor can review your situation and identify whether you are receiving the full amount you are entitled to. For family members and caregivers, please help the seniors you support explore these strategies. Many older beneficiaries feel intimidated calling SSA or navigating these options alone. Sitting down with them, helping them gather their records, and making that phone call together can make all the difference. You can also connect them with a free benefits counselor through your state health insurance assistance program known as SHIP, which provides no-cost guidance to Medicare and Social Security beneficiaries. Here is something I want to address directly because it is important. When you start researching ways to increase your Social Security benefit online, you will encounter advertisements, websites, and even phone calls from companies offering to help you maximize your benefits for a fee. Some of these services charge hundreds or even thousands of dollars for information and assistance that is available completely free through SSA, SHIP counselors, and legal aid organizations. Be very cautious about paying anyone to help you with Social Security claims or benefit reviews. The legitimate help you need is free. If someone is charging you a large upfront fee to maximize your Social Security, that is a red flag. Here is the reassurance I want you to leave this video with. The Social Security system, as complicated as it can feel, was built with provisions designed to maximize benefits for the people who qualify for them. The problem is not that the system is working against you. The problem is that the system does not come with a personal advisor who explains every option available to you. That is what this video has been. Your personal advisor walking you through the options that most people never hear about until it is too late to use them. Log into your My Social Security account at ssa.gov this week and review your earnings record. Call SSA at 1-800-772-1213 and ask whether you may be eligible for any benefit you are not currently receiving. If you are a widow, a widower, or a divorced spouse, ask specifically about survivor and divorced spouse benefits. If you have not yet claimed, understand the impact of delayed credits on your lifetime income. And if you are currently receiving SSI, ask a benefits counselor to review your income and resource exclusions. You have paid into this system or you have qualified for it through real hardship. Every dollar you are entitled to is a dollar that belongs to you. Do not leave it uncollected. Share this video with every senior you know. The strategies in it could change someone's financial life, and they deserve to know they exist.